If you're in your 20s and thinking about buying your first home, there are a few mistakes that you can make that will literally cost you thousands of dollars, and no one talks about them until it's too late. So, in this video, I'm walking you through the biggest first time buyer mistakes that I see and how to avoid them. Hi, I'm Olivia. I'm a realtor with Remax Hallmark North York Realty, and I also know what it feels like to be in your 20s, trying to figure out money, life, and whether buying a home right now is even realistic. And I've worked with first time buyers and I've seen what creates smooth experiences and what creates stress, regret, and unnecessary costs. Let's make sure you're first in that category. Mistake number one is shopping before getting pre approved. This is so common and I know it's so exciting, but I see people start scrolling, they start falling in love with the house, they start planning their furniture and picturing their life, and then they realize that they can't qualify or they qualify for way less than they thought. And I want you to know that pre-approval is not just about price. It tells you your true budget, what your monthly payment's going to feel like, and what interest rate you're working with. So looking before this step is like shopping without knowing your bank balance. I know some of you guys do that, which is not good, but this is a big purchase. You're going to want to know your bank balance. Mistake number 2 is spending your entire savings on your down payment. Please don't do this. Yes, you have to pay for your down payment, but you also have to think about closing costs, moving expenses, furniture, and your emergency fund. I've seen and I have friends who have put everything into their purchase. And then they panic when the hot water tank breaks 2 months later. You don't want to be house rich and life poor. Mistake number 3 is forgetting about closing costs. This is something you need to prepare for. In Ontario, especially, you have your land transfer tax. In Toronto, you have to pay two legal fees, title insurance, adjustments, and possible home inspection. This can be thousands on top of your home down payment. And if you only budget for your purchase price, you will be stretched at closing. Mistake number 4 is falling in love with aesthetic over structure. I'm a victim of this. I love a good aesthetic. This is huge for our generation. I feel like a lot of people love a beautiful kitchen and they love the cute staging. And oh my gosh, it matches my Pinterest board. But we ignore the old roof, the foundation cracks, electrical issues, horrible layout. You can change paint, but you cannot easily change a structure of a home. Always think long term livability and resale. Mistake number 5 is not understanding monthly ownership costs. Your mortgage is not your only payment. You also have property taxes, utilities, insurance, maintenance, condo fees if you are in a condo. And I always tell buyers if you're stretching just to afford the mortgage, it's probably not the right house. Home ownership should feel stable and not like you're suffocating. Mistake number 6 is making emotional decisions under pressure. Yes, the market can feel incredibly intense, and you might think, if I don't buy this one, I'll never find another. This fear leads to overpaying, skipping inspections, ignoring red flags. There will always be another house. Make decisions from logic and not panic. Mistake number 7 is working with someone you don't fully trust. This is huge in this industry. Not all agents are created equal. You need someone who can explain things clearly, doesn't pressure you, educates you, and advocates for you. If you ever feel rushed or confused, it's not the right fit. And your home ownership purchase should feel empowering. Buying your first home in your 20s can feel very overwhelming. Trust me, I get it. But it does not have to be. If you understand the numbers and the process and the strategy, it becomes less scary and more empowering, like how it should be. My goal with this channel is to make real estate feel understandable, especially for young people who feel like they're behind or unsure where to start. And if you found this helpful, subscribe. I post weekly videos about real estate, mindset, and building a balanced life in your 20s, all my favorite things. And if you have questions about buying your first home, leave them in the comments. I read everything.